Hello, and welcome
Oh.
to the very sudden, quick
Oh
R6
my
news.
god, she's back!
There was a leak thing related to this character we're seeing right here.
Hello, beautiful. I've missed you.
Shall we just go straight to the news?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do it.
So we now know the final title for Project Resistance. It's only Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
We can also see a couple of other characters here we
Oh.
haven't seen before.
Basically
man.
looks like Claire from RE2 Remake.
Talk about blindsiding me. I hadn't seen this at all.
Yeah. So we also see the Japanese title for the game, Biohazard
Okay.
Resistance.
Mhm.
And
Very exciting stuff, actually. Very.
that's it for the news. So see you guys next time. I'll
Yeah, bye-bye.
bye.
Hold the phone!
What? Okay, fine. What? No. Here we go. There we go. That's a better picture. So yeah, this just by very suddenly.
Now,
very
this is the
randomly.
cover. This is the cover I want.
Ooh,
So much better.
Fluffy the puppet
Oh,
is a new character. Wow.
I'm on the cover. Nice.
No, wait,
really?
Fluffy's the villain. Ooh.
Oh no!
That does make more sense, actually.
Actually, no. We can make this cover even better. We can.
Would you prefer the cover in Japanese or English?
English.
Or both?
See, now this is a
Ooh.
cover. Okay, I'll delete.
So I kind of feel like this has been like a not very well kept secret because we've had like kind of half leaks about this for several months. Wasn't it like back in December last year where we had like a somewhat reliable leak of someone saying, yeah, I think R3 is in development. I can't remember who it was, but it was someone who seemed pretty reliable. And then like a few weeks ago, then Eurogamer ran and said, oh yeah, we have insider sources telling us R3 is in development, and it's kind of confirmed now. This is, by the way, a how did this leak happen?
It was just uploaded on the PS Store.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because I downloaded this from a site called GameStat, which seems to upload assets related to the PSN store. So can you also go? Wait, is there a PSN store page for this now? Do you know?
No, I don't think so. There is
Okay.
one now.
And the
think it-
Project Resistance pictures are also from the same site.
Oh my.
All right. So,
God.
do we know if these are still two separate games, or is Resistance the multiplayer mode of this?
They're separate. I'm willing to bet. They're
These
separate.
are all separate releases, like all of these 5. Because this is, for instance, this is 3 releases, which is exactly how RE2 got released as well. So this is the censored Japanese release, this is the uncensored Japanese release, and this is the international release. That's the exact same way RE2 got released. So
Okay.
then imagine this is then. I'm actually kind of surprised. Like this is 2 separate releases. I'm kind of curious if like maybe the Japanese release of this will be censored.
Did they go through the trouble of doing that?
It's kind of interesting because the international beta they played, that was the same in every country, and also like the censoring was kind of a mix of the Japanese version of RE2 and the international version of RE2. Shall we talk about the elephant in the room here?
Nemesis.
The design of Jill's face, which is not Julia Voth. I'm sorry about calling her an elephant. That was a like, I'm sorry.
I will punch you.
I just talk about like I feel like this is like
better than Revelations.
It is. It's just that we've had so many people asking for Julia Voth to return as Jill's face, and I mean, I personally thought it would never happen, and yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah.
I don't think this looks bad, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's close enough. Like, I look at that face and I'm like, yeah, that's Jill. Like, and I was worried because RE Engine Chris, not to name anyone specific, Chris, you know, they've had some minor issues with one Chris character in the past. The RE Engine Chris. Oh my god, I'm having a bad coffee, or Jesus, I'm sorry. Yeah, but
Oh boy.
but I was worried because Chris, you know, in RE7 he looked so drastically different. So
Yeah.
Then Claire and Leon, they gave me some hope again because I was like, yeah, that looks like Leon and Claire, and Ada looked like Ada, Birkin looked like him, and Hunk looked like Hunk. Luckily, so I'm pretty happy that I can look at Jill and go, yeah, that's Jill, and that's Jill, and that's Jill.
Yeah, these are CG renders
God, I
from
love when she
RE3,
looks
by
at
the
me
way.
like that. I mean, what?
Hmm?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, good. So yeah, yeah, it looks like it'll work.
So one small observation with this new Jill, with the
Yeah.
way she's done her hair, her forehead is very visible.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they did her hair like that.
It doesn't look
But,
bad to me at first glance.
I like it.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's like good or bad or anything. I'm just pointing it out, like forehead, especially
You can see the
compared to the
forehead
original
here, too,
design. Yeah, I don't think it's as much.
Well,
as
his
the
forehead.
design.
I feel like he got a bigger redesign.
Oh yeah, he looks.
yeah.
He looks almost unrecognizable.
They gave him
Well,
a
He
lot
looks
of
like
hair.
Yakuza 7's protagonist.
I hope that game's good.
So, can we see some details of her outfit? I kind of feel like her top
No,
looks
she has the
different,
stars
right?
badge down there. She has the RPD badge with her on the belt. That's new.
Right there?
Oh yeah.
There?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's new. Looks like she's wearing like a tube top, but also with like an actual undershirt this time. Like it's proper tank top, it seems.
Yeah, the
I
outfit
think-
looks a bit more practical.
I feel the
It's
closest
very
I would say, I think we both know is like something like Elena wears in Uncharted 1. People remember that? Do you guys remember?
What?
Like of all the things like Uncharted. Well, actually, no, Lara Croft in like the 2013 reboot.
Oh yeah, she does. That outfit does look a lot like that, especially with
Say
the
that's actually
muted
better.
colors we have here.
Yeah, I actually say that's a better comparison. Now that I just thought about that.
Is there
But-
any chance we can tell if there's a skirt or not?
I don't think they're showing enough of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I need to see more.
I kind of feel like that's another thing they could potentially change. I mean,
That could be taken horribly out of context.
It definitely has a different color.
You know, for once in
like-
my life, Ryman, when it's Jill related, I don't mind.
Okay.
It's bound to happen.
I'm gonna have a prediction. I think it's very possible she's wearing pants.
Actually, don't mind. Like,
Yeah,
I
because,
do
like,
her... Oh, Ryman.
With the old RE3 design, if you can put it on screen. Yeah, like when this originally came out, didn't they say they went with this design to sort of emphasize sex appeal a bit more back then?
Oh, I
It
have no
worked.
idea. I didn't follow
pretty
R3 marketing.
I think they
Oh,
did.
it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
Because
I,
I think the developers were more aware of like the success of the old Tomb
Yeah.
Raider games back then, and I think that was one of the reasons cited that they went with this design.
If I need to be like also serious mode, like I do love this outfit, but the scenario she's in, it never fit in. Like it never fit the scenario she's in.
Yeah, I think one huge thing, huge change I like is that there's a lot more technical gear on her.
Yeah.
Like there's a holster here. There's like a light or something right there.
Yeah, that looks like a little flashlight.
Like there's a belt with stuff attached on it. Like I really like that addition. I think that's a big improvement.
Yeah, huge step in the right direction because the other, it's great for like a casual, like maybe a casual Jill alternate costume, which they oddly enough called it in Mercenaries 3D. But like as the main outfit for the whole outbreak, lady, there are like a billion places the zombies can bite directly into your flesh, and that's not good.
Although, I mean, let's be honest, it won't matter on PC too much how much they've changed their design because we all know what the modding scene for RE2 Remake was like.
Oh, should I have included pictures
No.
of sample
No, that's quite all right.
R2 remake mods where like 99% of mods for that game are just Claire in like different states of undress?
So much. That
That's
entire
fine.
modding scene is just permanently horny.
Mhm.
At least it's a very active modding scene. I was I had no idea the modding community for R2 would be this huge.
Yeah, that's true.
I was thinking it would be something active, but like I feel like this is maybe the biggest modding community we've had so far for any game. Very active.
Not so. good. Oh, I didn't know it was the biggest. Now, Nemesis up there. Definitely looking a bit closer to Mr. X in terms of your head shape.
Caution.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nemesis is a tyrant sent to eliminate remaining stars members, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I guess the caution stuff is put there by Umbrella because, hey, this is a really scary tyrant, dude. Don't walk next to him, especially with some kind of blue tube top. Like, it won't end well for you.
Hello there, Mr. Nemesis. Stars. Oh, you jokester.
Yeah,
Then he shoots them with a rocket launcher.
That's not very nice. Oh, poor Brad. Hello there. I just play with Brad down here. Don't
Oh yeah,
worry,
so
I'll
yeah,
help
I guess major change with the new design. Like this is obviously all fleshy, whereas on the new design, it's like it's covered up with like this
Yeah.
apparatus.
Also
Yeah.
seems like it doesn't have like the trench coat kind of thing. Then again, too little to properly tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's wearing there. It's kind of hard to tell.
In the new design, it almost looks like actually.
Was he always a Final Fantasy character?
Yeah.
I was gonna say the new design looks a bit like a straitjacket, but this design, I don't know. I guess it's not that different upon reflection.
I
in
don't
this
like.
artwork.
I feel like, Japanese character
How far did you
design.
just go?
Japanese character designers, they like adding belt buckles to everything.
Especially if you're Tetsuya Nomura.
Is that a
Yeah.
belt buckle? There. Is that a belt buckle?
I don't think so.
But yeah, it just looks like there's like a lot of loose strands like tied together on this new design somehow.
Are we gonna talk about Carlos?
We probably should, because he's
What
pretty
do-
drastically overhauled.
I don't see Carlos in the new cover. I mean, there's Carlos. I don't know who that other guy is.
Guess I watch.
I can tell you what the plug is.
Can we see both his arms? No, not really.
He seriously, he just looks like the Yakuza 7 protagonist. It's it's uncanny.
Which is funny because he's not supposed to be Japanese.
So
No, it's weird.
yeah, I feel like the like outfit it is different, but it's the same style of outfit. I would say, it's
Oh, yeah,
it's like military
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah.
I hope he has his accent. It drives the ladies crazy, I heard.
So do you think this is the unannounced Capcom game that's going to be playable at Jump Festa in a couple of weeks?
Absolutely.
I think it's possible, but I don't think it'll be announced there.
I think it'll be at the VGAs.
Yeah.
Is
When
that
is the
before Jump
VGAs?
Festa?
That's before.
Yeah. I think
it-
VGAs is like super obvious place to announce this.
Yeah, that's the 12th for anyone who didn't know.
Yeah, that's pretty soon. Like less than 2 weeks.
I'm just like I get Hilda in Soul Calibur 6. I'm getting Jill back. Like, ooh,
Actually-
this is early Christmas.
As of us recording this podcast, the Game Awards are just 9 days away.
So it's been ages since I played through RE3, and I only played through it once. So you do play as Carlos once, right?
Yeah.
Does he have
There's
like
one-
the pew pew gun then? Like, do you run
He has
around?
a pew pew gun.
Okay.
He gets to have a pew pew gun.
I mean, that was the thing about RE3 is like in general, like machine guns and the like rapid fire weapons, fully automatic. They were more
Yeah,
common.
but
It
it
was
also
huge.
it depended quite a bit on difficulty, if I recall. If you play on normal difficulty, you start with pistol. If you play with on a high
Oh,
difficulty,
you don't even have normal difficulty. You have easy or hard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah. So
Easy is where it just gives you everything.
yeah. So say easy, then you start with automatic guns. If you play on hard, then it starts more like a typical RE title, and you have like a pistol, right?
Correct.
But you do eventually get what's the like she doesn't get an assault rifle in 3. Oh, does she?
I believe she does later on hard. I mean, on easy, she obviously just starts with it.
Yeah.
Maybe she still does in hard. It's been too long for hard mode, Jesus. But easy mode, I just remember. Well, hey, have everything.
But yeah, I'm kind of curious if they will make this more action focused the same way R3 was more action focused than RE1 and RE2 back in the day.
I kind of hope so, because I don't know. I think it's mostly because it doesn't bother me if RE is like action or horror. I just want it to be fun. I think that it would be better because it will stay more faithful to the original.
I will say that I think it's a given. This will look and play super similar to RE2, especially since this is announced so early compared to the release of RE2. I feel like they're very much okay. We're using this as base. Let's just make RE3 quickly. I think that's what they're doing here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm still kind of curious what tweaks they'll do. I think a lot of stuff will return. I mean, for instance, the gunpowder thing wasn't a thing in the original RE2. At least I don't think it was, but it was a thing in RE3. So like the gunpowder will definitely return. That just makes sense.
I'm curious if you're gonna be able to dodge like you can in RE3 originally.
Yeah, that's a big question.
Dodge!
Damn it, Piccolo.
So the dodge, that was you like tapping back as you got attacked or something. Was that it?
I think it was like something like that.
It was timing
was it
based
the aim
on
button?
enemy attacks, right?
Could have been the aim button actually,
I never figured out the timing.
but the timing was like it was strict.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like the dodging, you can do freely. Like it had to be timed with enemy attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jill will be all fancy and be like swoosh, whoosh, kapow.
Will they make Neckbreaker? Will that return?
Oh, I hope so.
I would be very happy if they just went all in and just said, oh yeah, we have an entire melee system. You can shoot zombies in the head and stun them, and you can do all the RE5 melee moves. I'd be okay with that.
I would buy 3 billion copies just for that alone.
I mean,
I'm still gonna buy this game twice.
I was very surprised. They added a melee system to this. I feel like it's kind of hidden. It's also super janky, but there is a system in this where you shoot zombies in the head, they get stunned, you walk up to them, press the melee button, and do a unique melee. Like, it actually has that system. It's the most janky version we've had of that system so far, but it actually has it.
Have you
Maybe.
played Umbrella Corps? Have you played Umbrella Corps and tried to melee people in that?
I forget. Could you do that in that?
Yeah, you can like pull out this pickaxe thing and whew.
So this still doesn't have a date, right?
No.
I think it might be a stealth release on VGA.
I also want to casually say that if this is the cover art for the game, then this is the game. Like they have said, this is going to have like a single player campaign. I don't think it's going to be anything substantial if this is how like this is like the primary marketing for the game.
Yeah, well, the thing about saying your game is a single-player campaign, like, it depends on what your definition of a single-player campaign is. Because we've seen some games that have claimed they have single-player campaigns, and those single-player campaigns are just a waste of time.
It is very possible that like the single-player campaign in this is very much along the lines of it's tutorial mode or something like Umbrella Corps. But I was thinking for a while that hey, maybe this was marketed as some kind of multiplayer mode to another game. But if this is what the cover art is, like this has to be the main thing then. I can also remember a lot of people speculated that hey, maybe this is the multiplayer mode to this.
Yeah.
But
that clearly isn't the case.
Yeah, because this is a separate release. This is a separate thing on PSN. I guess there's a chance like this is a separate release, but it also is something you get if you buy RE3.
Yeah, maybe they have like a version that includes both.
Pay $100 and get both games or something. I can see them doing that.
I'll just go for RE3, thank you.
Nemesis still looks silly.
It's the grin, isn't it?
Hello there, everybody here. I'm here. Star.
Is there anything else?
Help, I can't close my mouth. I can't stop smiling. Yeah!
He's so happy.
I'm still surprised this was announced, like it's not even been a full year since RE2 Remake came out. We're close, but we're not there yet.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they can reuse so many assets from RE2.
And if the leaks from last year were correct, then this was in development before RE2 got released.
Like, there are just so much they can reuse easily, and I think that will cut down the development time tremendously.
Yeah.
Although the thing about RE3 is, from what I remember anyway, is that there's a lot more like environments where you're like going through the city streets in RE3 compared to 2.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like when it comes to environments, there aren't that much which overlap. But the thing is, like when they were making RE2, they experiment a lot. They experiment with first person. They experiment with static cameras. Like that is just all in place. Like they can just use the engine and just gameplay systems and all of that with RE3 and just okay, we have a workflow. We know how to make this. Just make it again. I feel like that's what they're doing with RE3, and that's why they can make it so fast. It's also something like, honestly, I wouldn't mind them doing this more often. Like, for instance, I wouldn't have minded another RE5, which we just develop in the exact same way, just with more content. I wouldn't have minded that with RE6 either. Like, they have
Sectus, now you're just hurting my dreams.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like this is something they might as well do now and then, because if they have a really good game, they just use this as a template like once or twice. I think people would be very okay with it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I mean, sure, I'd be okay with that, but I think like the press and the community at large would have just accused such a game of being like a glorified expansion pack being sold at full price.
Yeah.
People were okay with it with RE2, with RE3 back in the day.
Ramen?
Why did I
Oh.
disappear?
What, you done? Oh, there.
I just double clicked. What the hell?
Was it a right mouse click?
Yeah.
Was the program in focus?
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Like there's a chance, like if the mouse arrow was like somewhere else on the screen and you somehow gave it like a funky position, but I don't know.
Sorry about that. Where were we?
We were talking about like RE2 and RE3 got called expansion packs of one another back in the day.
No. I'm saying they weren't. At least as far as I remember, I don't think those were accused of that. I think people were very much okay with RE2 and RE3, especially RE2. Like that was like a huge success back in the day. But again, like
that's okay.
but like RE2 and RE3, I think it's very safe to say, like, yeah, those super used RE1 as base when it comes to engine and everything. So I personally would be very much okay with Capcom doing that now and then, but
Same.
It's something they really haven't done much of like the past 10 years or so. At least not from what I can remember.
I mean, I'm the person who's literally bought RE5 for like the 8th time on Switch, so I'm basically always here for RE5.
I guess another big question is, RE3, did it ever have more than one bonus mode? Was it only Mercenaries that had its bonus mode, or did it have more stuff?
I think it was only Mercenaries, but the campaign had like RNG elements, like puzzles could be slightly different, like the same idea, but like the solution would be different, so that would make that very replayable. I wonder if that's still going to be the case here. We're still going to like keep that randomized.
I'll get mad. I'll get mad if they change the water sample puzzle. That needs to stay as is. Best RE puzzle.
I think they will change it. Now, I'm not saying it's because I want them to, but I think that's a pretty safe bet they're going to change that.
And what do you think they'll do with the Mercenaries mode?
They will probably try to make it the way it is, unfortunately, even though I would love for them to just make it go, hey, let's just make it RE5 and 6 Mercenaries.
So for people who don't know, like RE3 was the first RE game with Mercenaries, but it functioned in a completely different way. In that game, it was, I guess you could just imagine like the hunk bonus mode in RE2, but you are in a bigger environment, you have a longer time limit, and the whole objective is to find hostages you have to save, right?
Yeah.
And that was basically the mode. I think
make your way to Chief Irons, who was like, oh,
I don't think I even got that far in the mode, but yeah, it does not play at all like future Mercenaries modes. Like I think RE4, like that basically set the template of what we know Mercenaries is today. So I'm kind of curious, like, is there a chance they'll just go with a modern type of Mercenaries when making the mode for this game?
Well, what would take less development time?
Yeah.
Although on the other hand, like I don't think I would be that excited about a Mercenaries mode if it doesn't have like a compelling like combat system. If it's like No Way Out in RE2, I think I'll play it for a small while, have some fun, and then go, I'll rather play RE5 or RE6.
Exclusive to Mercenaries mode, RE6's gameplay returns. I like making dreams that make me sad when I think about that not happening.
I'm willing to bet that in the Mercenaries mode, whatever it is, they'll have Leon and Claire and Ada as bonus characters you can play as.
Absolutely.
That would make sense.
Maybe Chris, since Chris has an epilogue file in the original RE3, and I imagine that's probably going to be the case again.
Oh yeah.
That's
the lovely R7 Chris. I'm Redfield. No, I'm Redfield.
Sure.
R7. Did I talk about how I actually finally played through that game?
I
Did
think
you,
this
maybe?
happened at some point.
Did I do that in a podcast?
Maybe.
I don't know if you did it in a podcast.
Oh, I played through it. I don't like it. Okay, that's the end of my R7 rant.
Okay.
Yeah, that was basically me after I tried the game out for. So I just completely. I didn't.
That is by far the worst RE title. I think I don't know. I might prefer playing Umbrella Corps single player over
Wait,
R7.
what?
Yeah. I don't know. Like
What?
there's very little about RE7 I enjoyed. Well, okay. I did honestly enjoy End of Zoe DLC. Like that, I actually enjoyed.
Okay, for that reason alone, you enjoyed it more than Umbrella Corps. Because, come on, Umbrella Corps! Umbrella Corps!
Umbrella Corps had DC Douglas in it.
But it was also a steaming turd.
DC Douglas.
Yes, in
Look,
Umbrella Corps.
DC Douglas couldn't save that game. That's how bad it was.
DC Douglas.
Could they have DC Douglas in this?
No.
So, what game had the first Wesker report? Was it RE3?
No, Code Veronica.
Code
Yeah, I was
Veronica,
gonna say-
okay.
Yeah, because Code Veronica's like the first game he came back in.
But either way, like that whole Wesker report thing, didn't they just explain what Wesker was doing during the end of RE1 and during all of RE2 and RE3? And like he was apparently like in the background doing some stuff, so maybe they could just like somehow sneak him in. I mean, I think I'm being a bit too hopeful here, but I just want him back.
Oh, but what if you get him back and he's not voiced by DC Douglas?
I actually think Capcom wouldn't do that mistake.
Oh, I
Mhm.
think they would.
Ryman,
Yes.
you should stop. You're upsetting me.
I mean, I feel like
You're upsetting me.
I feel like Wesker is the only character where they have like ever since his first appearance as DC Douglas, they have never changed him from DC Douglas. I think even Capcom is aware that hey, yeah, they need him if they ever use Wesker. He's just too iconic.
Also, I like to imagine like DC is a big reason why Wesker is still so relevant because he did a lot of fun stuff with the character after 5.
Yeah.
Also, you can go back to RE3. I'm
RE3?
curious about.
Oh,
Yeah, good. I'm curious about Jill's voice actor because for Teppen, they did get her RE5 actress back, so I'm hopeful.
I think it's new. I think it's new.
Oh,
That's my bet.
I
I
was
was-
in dreams.
All right, try and imagine it in your head. Would that old voice fit this new face?
Yeah.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People should write in the comments if they think that her old RE5 voice would fit this face.
Say yes, people.
I mean, the thing is, like they had the same like voice actors for Claire for a long while, even though like she looked very different in some games, and people were very okay with that.
Yeah, but then he changed her voice.
Yeah, and then people were less happy about that. I should talk about this.
What
which
is this?
This is a patch RE2 has had in development for like months now. Maybe I can check for how long it's.
All right, the mystery RE2 patch.
So.
who's this?
Okay, yeah. So since first of November, they've been doing QA for a new RE2 patch on PC, and we have no idea what it is Although they have also randomly added a new achievement for the game, but it doesn't have any proper name or icon yet.
Hmm.
We
Now-
don't have any new information about this yet, do we?
No, I'm willing to bet though this probably going some time with RE3, right?
Brad?
Or
Could it be
Resistance,
Brad?
maybe, or both, depending on when all these things come out.
I don't know. I'm willing to bet it's R3 and they're gonna have some kind of subtle reference to it maybe. Although I don't know. I kind of feel like that would make more sense before they've officially announced RE3. Like maybe they could have like Brad somewhere or like a brief look at Nemesis somewhere in the campaign. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention this because this has been a thing for the last month and people have speculated a lot about what this could be. A lot of people are thinking, hey, this is new big DLC for the game. I think there's no chance for that. I don't think this is
No.
anything major.
Why would they
No,
wait
we're not.
this long to make DLC for RE2? Like, if there was going to be big DLC for RE2, it'd be out by now.
Ooh, oh,
Ooh.
wallpaper pack.
I will only accept this wallpaper if it is in 16K resolution.
It's 32K.
So
It
is
would actually
this
probably be bigger than 300 megabytes of text.
is this the final roster for Project Resistance then?
Yeah, I think so.
So we have this guy, this Gael, Dan.
She
No,
just
not
looks
Daniel.
like she looks like Claire.
What's this guy's name again?
Samuel?
Samuel, yeah. And then Tyrone, right? Then,
January.
yeah, and then
Valerie.
no,
Velma.
Velma, and then what's this guy's called again?
Zombie.
Oh yeah, so you can
Matt
play as zombie
Walker.
too, yeah.
No, it's Matt Walker.
Oh, and of course. Ooh, it could be me.
I mean,
Moonjo
I
take care of it
guess
way more.
I guess it would be hard to fit more characters on the front of this box without it getting a little crowded.
Let me show you here, Ryman.
Oh, she's a mastermind as well.
Mm-hmm. See?
Ugh.
Oh, whoops. I like this version way better.
Gee, I don't know
Okay,
why.
I'll delete them.
I have a prediction.
Okay, let's hear it.
So halfway through BioHazard RE3, the storyline does not play out the same way it did 20 years ago. It actually plays out quite differently. Like halfway through the game, Nemesis takes off his Halloween mask, and then he goes, "Ooh, I scared you real good, no?" It'll be glorious.
I'm leaving. That's it. I'm leaving.
What? You don't like my RE3 storyline? I wrote it. I wrote it for Capcom. It was me. It was all me. No.
Oh yeah. Depending on which order these two games are released in, like they could maybe do some sort of cross promotion between them, like because they've likely made some new assets for 3, like so. Like maybe there's a mastermind that can summon Nemesis instead of Mr. X.
I forget, but didn't they say that they're looking at Resistance as some kind of like games as service thing? Like they will be updating it as they go? I want to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said like they will be adding more characters and maybe also more stages in the long run.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
cross promotion and events could be part of that.
I am. I mean, I feel like it's a given at least. Like, surely this is released before RE3.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually seen, and some of us have played Resistance. Whereas
Do you think?
this is literally all we've seen of 3?
Like, do you think RE3 is more likely to be early or late 2020?
Early.
I don't know.
So, was it only 8 months between the announcement and release of RE2?
Ooh, 7 actually.
7 months actually.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's possible. Like this might actually be a relatively early release in 2020.
I imagine they would want to release this like too close to the launch of the next gen consoles at the end of next year.
Oh yeah, the next gen console thing. But that's a thing.
Yeah, end of 2020. Mustn't forget, it's coming, whether you like it or not.
So do you think this will be this could be a cross-gen title?
Ooh,
No. No.
I don't know.
I mean, this will
I
be
mean-
announced before the next gen consoles will be announced.
So the thing with cross-gen games is that there's very strong rumors that the next Xbox and the PS5 will be fully backwards compatible with at least the previous generation. So, like a PS5 will play PS4 games. Will that result in there being less cross-gen games compared to last time,
No.
or will they
no.
still do it?
No. Companies, they think about what earns them more money. Releasing 2 SKUs earns them more money than just releasing one. So I think they will release.
But it also takes more work and costs more money to make that other SKU.
They sell a lot more copies. I don't know. I'll be very surprised. I'll be insanely surprised if they start releasing games and just go, yeah, just buy this one disc. It'll work on both consoles. I'll be very surprised if they do that. Companies aren't that nice. There's no
It's
way.
too generous. It's
Yeah.
too generous. It's fishy.
Well,
Colonel.
I don't know. Like, I do think that it wasn't just money that was the reason there was a lot of cross-gen games last time. I think it was because there was no backwards compatibility at all.
I mean, hasn't there been? We have had systems which could play older games, right? Like the launch version of PS3 could do it. I think the Wii could do it. I think could it.
The
Could it play-
Wii had full hardware backwards compatibility with the GameCube. Like, you could just stick any disc in and it would work.
Yeah, and they still released just 2 different versions of like Twilight Princess. I don't know.
The other version was with Waggles. Wow.
My bet is that, for instance, I'm gonna say that next year we're gonna have like the new Assassin's Creed. It's gonna be the whole Viking thing. It's gonna be for PS4 and PS5. And I'm gonna bet those will be 2 different releases. It will not be the same release, even though you can probably play the PS4 release on PS5. That is my bet. Calling it now. People can mock me in 1 year if I'm wrong.
We'll find out in a year.
I'm gonna go rehearse my mocking.
Any more speculation to do about this whole RE3 thing?
I'm excited.
Oh my god.
What?
Are you seeing this? The number 3 is different in Japanese.
Is it?
Yeah, like
Again, it's something you only noticed because you were rapidly flicking between them.
we might be running out of things to say here.
Yeah, I mean, we have too little to go off. Like, literally, those 3 pictures of box art. That's all we have.
Yeah. But it's still major. Like, I think the biggest thing is, hey, we
Yeah.
actually get to see Jill's design. That is huge. And yeah, I think she looks good here.
Yeah, we also
Looks
saw this
amazing.
guy. I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Did anyone like Carlos as a character?
I kind of did.
I only barely remember him. Wasn't RE3 pretty darn long? Isn't it? I feel like it's longer than RE2. At least, like I feel like one playthrough of RE3 is longer than one playthrough of RE2.
I think
I'm
it
wrong.
might be. Maybe. Perhaps.
I guess another huge question is how will they make Nemesis function? Will it be like RE3 or will it be more like Mr. X and RE2 remake?
Well, yeah, RE2 remake. I think it'll be like that. It's just that later on in the game, he might show up with a rocket launcher.
I think I would prefer it if it works like the original because I got a little bit tired of Mr. X especially since he cheats. Like Like people discover that if he's more than 2 rooms away from you, he will basically teleport closer to you every single time. So it is basically impossible to get all the way away from him. And if you're in a puzzle room with him nearby, he's just annoying.
I don't like Mr. X and RE2 Remake. Like, at first it's fine, and then just like then it doesn't become scary anymore. It's just tedious.
And another thing is that I hope zombies kind of function differently. I got tired of fighting them in R2. They're insanely bullet spongy. I kind of got tired of that.
I hope they keep the ragdolls.
It's especially dull if you're in a situation where, okay, long hallway, 1 zombie, you're a pistol. Okay, I'll just slowly back away as I fire at the zombie in the head like 20 times and let it fall down. Like they take ages to kill. I would be okay with all weapons dealing more dealing more damage, but just take away like 76% of the ammo pickups. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess also if you get more guns like this in RE3 Remake, then I guess that'll also solve the problem.
This gun is not even in this final form.
So yeah, the VGAs was what date again? 15th?
December 12th.
12th. So yeah, I feel like it's safe to say we'll get the announcement then.
And I just double checked the Jump Festa thing is like the 20th and 21st.
If they have RE3 playable that soon, I'm leaning towards this early 2020 release.
Yes.
Maybe March? Oh no, March is packed.
Oh, will Capcom care though? I think if Capcom is gonna ever be like over ambitious, like this is the time, because like Monster Hunter World, DMC5, RE2, they're on a roll. I feel like they can probably easily feel like, oh yeah, we can compete with anything.
Yeah,
now.
but if they release in March, they'll be going up against Final Fantasy VII Remake and Doom Eternal.
You forgot Mega Man 11.
Mega Man 11.
Thank you.
Like, Resident Evil's a big franchise, but is it really the kind of franchise you could go up against Doom and Final Fantasy VII at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, you can just look back at like RE games in the past, like RE6. That they just like they released that in the fall when like fall was the big time to release everything, and they had just like crazy high expectations for that game. So, I don't know. I could easily see Capcom thinking like that again now as they're like selling 1 billion copies of their games again.
I want to see there's other stuff coming out in March as well. Like March is packed right now.
It's kind of weird. Like spring is becoming the new fall when it comes to game releases, and then you have summer, which is still just ignored.
Oh, I admit the only reason I said March was because DMC5 came out in March.
That game was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want DLC or a new DMC. Like, going back to what I said earlier, they should just take DMC5 as template and just make another one. I'd be okay with it. Have better level design this time. I don't want to be in a demon world for 5 hours again.
And lady.
Yes, playable lady, please. And add actual co-op. Yes, please. I'm okay with them removing V, just saying. Okay, but yeah, I feel like we now have gone through everything to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Not much else to go on, really.
But yeah, we'll probably make another podcast about this in 9 days.
God, I missed you, Jill.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm on top.